Welcome to the Afrozons show with me, SheilaO. We're on every Sunday from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. This is the home of Afrobeats. This is where Afrobeat meets hip-hop. The very first on US dial, and it's on Power 92. Today, I have a very special guest. How else can I explain who I have? He's a global citizen, a living legend. He's Africa's own. He's Haiti's own. He's America's own. He is Wyclef Jean. Hey, Wyclef.
How are you?
I'm good.
Cool, cool. I mean, let them know, like, you just rolled in my suite, crashed it. I'm still in my pajamas, y'all. You feel me? Like, you know, but we got so much history. Like, that's the boss. She could just show up. I get organized quick, doing a Marley t-shirt. Still got I'm comfortable now.
That's
it's good to see you. You
always good to see you.
Congratulations, though.
Thank you so much. It's a movement.
This is long needed in America, so I'm glad you're doing that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Clef, I want to talk about your new album. Okay, it's something that is being spoken highly about, especially your collaboration with Young Thug. You know, he's an Atlanta rapper. You know, plays trap music. What's your interest with trap music? You know.
Well, I mean, really, my interest is music. Like, my brain can't differentiate. It's weird because I remember, like, when I was coming with the Fugees, and I was like, okay, we're hip-hop, you know? And I was like, but hip-hop's the culture. And I was like, rap is part of what we do. We battle rap or we play instruments. But at the same time, we listen to country music. We listen to reggae. We listen to rock. Y'all know who this is? This fella Cootie. Y'all better get up on this. So, the excitement with Thugger really came because he was doing a mixtape. And on the new mixtape he was doing, he was inspired by a few people, you know? And so it was me, Kanye, and a few. But he had a song and he wanted to call it Wyclef Jean. Oh, wow. So to call the song Wyclef Jean, you literally, I got to clear my name. So this was like him paying tribute. So when I went to go see him in Atlanta, he was like, you know, you really inspired me, but I really just learned how to do trap music. Let me show you basically what I got signed on.
Right.
And he started playing me all these acoustic records with 808s on them, you know, and for me, like, Thug is a melody guy. And me, I'm always like, you know, that's my thing, melodies, hooks, and all of that. So that was really, like, the connection, right? So it's sort of like the way I looked up to Santana and was able to find Santana and do Maria. It's sort of like if you do music, you know, and it's music that's not hit music, but music that's for the culture. Meaning long before us, long after us, it'll always be there. So the youth will always keep you young, right? So they'll always come find you. So now to a kid, Wyclef Jean is literally like a brand new rapper. And the EP is connecting. Like, this is really like the first week, we over 11 million.
That is awesome.
Wow. So we over like 11 million streams, between streams and downloads. And this is just... this ain't even an album yet, it's the EP.
Wow.
So, but the connection really is when you said the trap thing, where I was like, you know what, so the kids have a new sound and they call it trap, right? So then I was like, okay, so the trap means it's the adjustment of the drum sonics and the electronics, and it's moving at a certain tempo, right? Scientifically, my brain computes that, right? Because I'm a scientist. So all these kids, they formulas like the score, you know, Jay-Z's blueprint, different things like that. Or the Nas. So no matter what generation, it's always going to come back around. So one of the first records I did, which is crazy, was like, okay, I'm about to mess around with the kids now, right? So I was like, okay, my first records coming back, I have to mostly talk to the kids because I was like, you know, icons, you got to be careful when you're trying to come back because you can't take the swelling of I call it the Bernie Sanders effect, like the grassroots movement. You can't run from that every time you're going to do something. So we put a record out, it's called Hendrix. So Hendrix was a sound that I created,
I remember that.
taking like trap drums, right, and then putting it against acoustic, basically guitar melodies. And then I remember when I put the record out, and then certain people was like, yo, Clef trying to do trap now. But they didn't scheme my connection. And now this is over like 15 million streams
Yeah.
to the kids. So I couldn't really time this because now when a kid says, who's this Wyclef Jean? And then they go back and listen to the EP. It's just funny what they pulling out. So it's definitely an exciting time because to be able to constantly like reinvent yourself in my business, like it's really not a joke. I'm like going on like, I don't know, like my last reinvention was like Shakira. You know, so this is like, it's good.
I'm loving it. The album is titled J'Ovet. Did I pronounce it properly?
Yeah, Juve.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Okay.
Y'all know,
what does
man,
the title
I'm from
mean?
Haiti. Y'all know I'm gonna be on the titles.
Yes.
Tell us, what does the title mean? Break it down, please.
Yeah, well, Juve is like in Brooklyn the day before the carnival. So we have West Indian Day Parade. So the day before the carnival is like that party all night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I remember going to Nigeria, and I don't know what that party's called, but it's sort of like the night before they do the big festival.
Yes.
That whole night before, it's just sound systems playing people, and literally they go from there straight to whatever's gonna happen.
To the party.
Yeah, it's like a rave, you know what I mean? So that's really what Juve is. So Juve is like this thing we have in Brooklyn, where the night before 1 million West Indians hit the streets. And basically different sound systems are playing, you know, drinking, catching a vibe. So you might hear one sound system playing mad conscious music, you know, conscious, and then another sound system playing hip hop, and another sound system playing soca, you know, another sound system playing reggae, another sound system playing Afrobeats. And it's sort of like, so what we did with Juve was like, okay, this is how Juve sound like in the middle of Brooklyn nights, you know?
Awesome. I love it. The video is dope. Like in Africa, we'll say it was fire.
Thank you.
hot fire.
Thank you.
What is the story behind this video, Clive? Because that's a movie. It's not just a video. It's not something that you see today.
Which one? The I Swear?
The I Swear video is what I'm referring to.
Okay,
it was deep. So can you tell us about the concept and what you were thinking?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you know, like we have a new label now. It's called Heads Music. And the exciting thing about it is this past couple of weeks, if people have been paying attention, we've been introducing a lot of young artists. So this is why I'm back in the game. Like, I believe, like, you know, there's supposed to be like 6 Rihannas, 6 Beyonce, 6 Lauren, 6 Wyclef, 6 Jay-Z. You know, but it just seemed like, you know, 6 P squares, you know? But it just seems like, what's funny is the way that the Afrobeat movement is moving now, that's sort of like how we was moving in the 90s. So what happens is there's so much room, even though you can have like the big kids that are doing it, there's still room for kids to keep coming in and doing their thing. So Afrobeat is moving like this, but in our music, there's sort of like a drought in talent, because talent now is found the reverse way. So it's almost like talent is about the YouTube, the views, and then when we was coming out, like if it was for the views, no one would sign the food. Like, it's an awkward group. So
but talented.
Geniuses. So what we've done, so what we did was I really took it back with this label and wanted to shoot music videos like the way, like, because when I do songs, I can hear the concept in my brain. And I was like, okay, well, it's so funny because at the video, Thugger says, yo, Clef, you got me looking like a rock star, you know, and after this, my videos ain't going to be the same. He told me that, right? That's what we supposed to do, right? Inspire them because they didn't see certain things we saw. And after that video, he broke the internet in half with the scheme he pulled. That Wyclef Jean video where he was like, Young Thug didn't show up. You know, and the video starts off, he's like, no, I don't want big cars, I want little cars. To me, that's still like one of the videos of the year. Because people forgot, videos is built on concept. It's like when you see it, you go, oh, I should have thought of that, you know? And in the I Swear video, the Kung Fu part, them on I see Tiger Showman, them on.
Oh, it's dope.
I mean, dudes who know me already know I'm Kung Fu Joe in the hood. But like Wu-Tang, we grow up a lot watching a lot of karate, a lot of cowboy movies in the island, so that's where that inspiration came from.
That is beautiful. I mean, like I said in the very start of this interview, we're the first to bring Afrobeats to major FM dial.
Yeah.
So, and you have been to Africa many times. Yeah. I know, we all know you're Haitian, but Africa claims you a lot. I don't know if you know that.
Well, I mean,
they claim you a lot.
Yeah, but I know
Nigerians say you're Nigerian. They're like, everyone's claiming you. South Africa, Tanzania, even Angola, you know, everyone's claiming you. Like, so you are someone that we need to give advice to us. What's your take on this Afrobeat movement that's happening right now?
Well, I mean, the movement is big, you know. It's sort of like you had the reggae movement, and the reggae movement was so big. You know, when you have a place like Barclays Center, and you have the place jam-packed, right? And then outside, you know, people's like, what's this? What's going on? That's when you know you left out, right? That used to happen with hip-hop. Yeah. Like, they just show up, and it's a room full of kids. Like, yo, what are they listening to? Yeah. So, you know, like I said, for me, very excited about that because, you know, it's like going to Nigeria, you know, and even before I was in Africa, like I still was talking about like Diallo, you know, because for me, like I am African, like but it's bugged out to be in America and to haven't been in Africa yet, for the man to shoot an African man. And now for you to stand up for the African man and not having been in Africa. So I'm the real gangster guy.
Yes, you are.
So for me, then going to Nigeria, whether if it's like Two-Face, Sound So Tan, you know, the Banj. So there's a connection with all the kids in Africa. So it's like, I guess I'm more like their uncle, you know, because it's like really with the Baba, right? Baba. Yeah. So it's sort of like, because I watched them, and it was like, when I came in Africa, it wasn't like I was in a hotel room, like the great Wyclef y'all come to the hotel. No, I take my motorcycle, I hit the streets, then I went to the studio, and I was like, yo, we need to do a joint while we out here. So for me,
that's how it started, Clef, you know that?
Yeah, the movement, the movement is something like that was long waited, right? But everything is Godspeed, and I think like it's only gonna keep getting bigger, because if you notice in everyone's music now, everyone has a piece of Afrobeats.
That's so true. That's so true. What is your advice for the Afrobeat artists, the ones that are just coming up? What would you say to them? The Diamond from Tanzania, the Tiwa Savage, the Don Jazzy, P Square, all of them, Sarkodie from Ghana. What's your advice to them? Because you're the one we look up to.
Man, so I love them all. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how can they bridge this gap? What's your advice?
They look up to me, but I look up to them too. Like, this is the key, right? This is like each one pass information and share it, right? So, you know, my advice is really, there's a way that I could take Latin music and twist it and commercialize it to the world. So whether if it's Shakira, Maria, and all that, because I guess I come from Haiti, and we have Cuba and Puerto Rico on that side of it, right? So now, this is a big chance to really control the American Billboard charts, you know? So if you notice that every other song is starting to be like a pop Afrobeat song, right? And so it's important that y'all own it, but it's important that y'all really own it. So my advice to y'all, do not let people come and sell y'all big dreams. Like dreams like we're gonna make you bigger in America than you already are. And then you sell off all your rights. You can't sell off your rights like that. So the best thing to understand is like they're coming to y'all now because you're hot. So understand that the power's in your hand. Like it could be Wyclef, it could be, I don't care who the superstar is. They're coming to you in Africa now because you have something that they all need. And understand your music is your rights, right? That basically means long after you're gone, this is what your kids are gonna have to eat. It's your real estate. You see what I'm saying? So think about it when a man come and say, yo, I'm going to make you a big star. I'm going to make you bigger than you are. Keep in mind, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. No American artist will ever make y'all bigger than y'all are. Because in their minds, like the whole key is there's still a vanity aspect in it. Like, I gotta be bigger than big, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that means that when it comes to you, remember that you're bigger than big too.
Yeah.
Do not sell off your music like that, because I see people just come in and they doing movies, and I'm watching a lot of African artists, they're giving up their rights.
Yeah.
And your rights is the only thing that you have.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that determines if you're gonna eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because when you sell off your rights like that in Africa, God forbid in Hollywood now, they come back to America. The first thing Hollywood says is, look, you know, we need more ethnic in this scene. Or we doing this James Bond thing, we need, you know?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the man pull some kid, you know, somebody sold off from Africa, and next thing you're watching a movie.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to see in a movie. So it's important that y'all do not sell off. And when a man comes say, yo, I'm going to make you bigger, make sure you have the best lawyers. Do not play, because we are not dumb people. We're very, very smart people. And through history, they've raped y'all enough when they come and they do the movie on y'all. They do the movie. So do not follow the movie. The reason why the devil will come to you and say, yo, you see you upon this mountain, all you have to do is bow down to me, and I'm going to give you everything. Just look the devil upon and say, yo, what happened to you? How could you give me already what's mine? So right now, Afrobeat, run the music. Control your rights. Don't just give up stuff for free like that. You know?
Thank you so much, Clef. You're all headed now. We love you, Clef.
Love you too, baby. You already know.
Thank you.
Call.
Nice one.
Bless.
Thanks, Clef.